Hello, guys. Welcome.
This is the NairoGreen Podcast.
And this is episode 2.
Anasikiliza Sauti Yetu project.
Funded by the European Union and implemented by Organization of African Youth, OAY Kenya, and partners. And today, we are going to talk much about the real problem in our society currently, which is waste management. And in Nairobi, we are producing more than 2,500 tons each day. That's worrying. And if you compare that to the weight of a car, those like 2 cars each day, is that not worrying?
It is.
It is, Sindio?
Yes.
It is. So now let's start broad. In the whole world, we are using about 106 billion of materials, and we are producing much more waste than we can accommodate or recycle or reuse. And in the past, we have been looking at waste management in one scenario. You go and get the resources from the world, which is the Earth, planet Earth, which is the main resource platform. Then, after we have used those materials, we find ourselves that we want to get rid of the waste we are using. And mostly when we want to get rid of that waste material, you just transport it and you dump it somewhere, or you manage it somewhere. That's called linear economy. And when you look at that linear economy, it has so many disadvantages. And I know most of you know the disadvantages. Maybe Washington,
Yes.
you tell us the disadvantage of using that linear economy model in just 1 minute, just as a snapshot.
Thank you. Linear economy, actually, it wasn't sustainable. It's just like a dispose, like consume, dispose model, whereby it has no clarity on how to restore the environment. And since since it was initiated, it was proved that it wasn't pro environment. Rather, it was just a way of trying to get rid of this plastic packaging or waste packaging. But in reality, we realized that there is massive dump sites, there is massive pollution in the rivers, and also there are illegal landfills quite evident in Nairobi. So that's what we are trying to see on how we can broaden to more sustainable circular economy. Yeah.
Now that is true, and that's our idea. That's what the problem we want to solve.
Yep.
We want to see that is Kenya transitioning from this linear economic model to circular economy, and how are the youths involved in this? Which are the rules and regulations that are guiding us, and which are the systems which are in place so that we can ensure that all people, more especially the youths, are involved in a circular economy. And maybe because we are going to talk more about circular economy, I would like Felista to tell us about what you understand by circular economy in waste management.
Okay, as Washington has said already, most of the time, or earlier on, we had a linear economy where you produce, consume, and after consumption, the value of a product or a produce goes down back to zero.
Yeah.
And with circular economy, it is trying to restore a circular way of production and consumption, such that you are producing, consuming, and it doesn't depreciate immediately. You can reuse.
Yeah.
When you cannot reuse anymore, you can recycle.
Yeah.
When you cannot recycle anymore, you can repurpose.
Yeah.
And in that way, you can find that even like a bottle that you use today can be moved back to the producer, and they can reuse it.
Yeah.
Or you can repurpose it to make a garden, you can repurpose it to do something else. So trying to have a way where something does not necessarily lose value after consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's well put and well said. And I believe that circular economy is here to solve a lot, to solve the amount of waste going to the dump sites or landfills. We are going to save our world, our planet. We don't want to overuse our planet. We want to find other ways of using our resources. Instead of going to the planet to just go and take and not giving back, we can find a way of utilizing the garbage. There's a term in Kenya which is called takataka ni mali. That's a Swahili phrase, meaning that the waste you are producing, instead of seeing it as a nuisance to society, you can see value in it. And that value is what we call circular economy. We want to reuse, we want to repurpose some of the useful materials in our environment, and also to can recycle. So maybe we start by saying as youths, and I think most of you are going to talk about this. Everyone is going to answer this question. As a youth, when you go to sleep at night, what keeps you awake? Like, what are your thoughts ringing in your mind about waste management in Nairobi? And how do you see the situation in Nairobi at the moment? We are going to start from my friend, Humphrey, the immediate friend here, to tell us at night what keeps you awake about waste management.
Okay, for me, what worries me is the people who are mostly in the informal settlements, because they're the people who are feeling the heat due to this linear economy. So those landfills, like the people in Dandora, I know when they're sleeping, the environment for them, the air that they're breathing, it's not really good.
Yeah.
And also I'm wondering that how can we be as a people within the society that we keep our houses clean, but we let our outside environment be dirty.
Yeah.
So for me, that's really worrying me, and I've been really thinking about that. You get out of your house is clean. When you go outside your house, you throw that bottle down there after you've finished taking juice or soda.
Yeah.
So you are directly contributing to the problem that we are facing.
Yeah.
So for me, as a youth, I see it from that perspective.
But now you, as a youth, you choose to ignore. You choose to be
Ideally,
not to take responsibility, and you know that you're doing the wrong thing.
Okay, I don't know. I think it's a culture. In this country, we have a culture. Breaking the law seems good.
Yeah.
So if I come here and I tell you, usikojoe hapa, nitakojoa so that I see what will happen. So I think, so I think that is how I see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I can see your perspective.
Yeah, for me, that's from where I'm coming from.
And what about Mercy?
Uh,
You introduce yourself while you're talking.
my name is Mercy John. I am the co-founder at Blue Economy Youth International. I am a political and climate activist, and I champion a lot on youth inclusion, especially in decision making on governance issues. What keeps me awake at night when I think about waste, especially plastic, is the aspect of microplastics. We are producing a lot of plastic in the world, not just Nairobi alone. And most of this plastic ends up in water, and this water is the same water that we are using for farming. There's fish in the lakes and the ocean, and we are eating this fish, and somehow it's a circular economy that involves us. This plastic ends up in our body system, and it's clearly very harmful for our health. And something else that we never think about when we think about plastic and the kind of effect that it has also to climate change is that the small microplastics are also affecting the capacity of the oceans to absorb CO2. So if there's microplastics in the ocean, they are affecting the phytoplankton, the small organisms that produce CO2. So if they're not being able to absorb CO2, it means there's a lot of it in the atmosphere, and hence climate change continues to be a problem for us directly, just because of the plastic that we are not taking care of. So I'm worried. We're producing a lot. Every day there's plastic we're using. That bread you open in the morning, that toothpaste you're using, all the Pampers that kids are using, kids use like 4 in a day. It's just very worrying. And what I do in my capacity is just advocate for reuse, repurpose, just find something to do with the plastic instead of just throwing it.
Thank you very much. I wonder if you do sleep really, because when you are thinking about dying faster, and you don't want to die faster. So managing waste is like managing waste is taking care of your health as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Felicitas? Do you really think about this at night or another time?
Yeah. So I am Felicitas Okoko, and I'm the founder Generation As Kenya. I'm a climate and gender justice advocate. And two things that really bother me. I wouldn't say they wake me up at night because they bother me even during the day. But one is the gendered impacts of solid waste and poor waste management on women, and specifically looking at, let's say, women who work in solid waste management, waste pickers, waste sorters, aggregators, like the impacts of just being in that environment, other than the air being polluted, someone who's sorting, someone who's picking, and the violence that could come with both that. Because, okay, nani aogopi chokora in Nairobi?
Mi naogopa sana.
Exactly. So if you fear them, na unaweza mpiga.
Yeah.
Mi mwenye siwezi mpiga. Like the violence that,
Chapwa.
exactly. So me, like, or a woman who is having to correlate or co-live in that space, waste picking or waste sorting, there is that vulnerability to violence. And that is one bit that keeps me up at night. The second bit is the fact that our systems are not working. And the fact that NEMA approves projects that are harmful to both environment and people, even when people vote against them in surveys, is very worrying for me.
Yeah, you are worried about
Because
other people not taking care of you when you want to take care of yourself, and
No,
the government is not taking care of you.
Where are we heading? Like, what is going on? What is the essence of having risk assessment if this risk cannot be mitigated or stopped? What is the essence of asking my opinion if it doesn't matter? If we are coming here today and talking about building this building, and we're doing a survey and 70% of us vote no for this building, NEMA is still going to approve it.
Yeah.
And that is worrying. Why are we voting no anyway?
That's a very real problem in this society that we need to think about it, talk about it, and find solutions. Maybe we change our own systems so that it accommodates the society. We should be the people who are thinking about that. And what about Washington?
On my side, I'm really heartened with the anesthetic view of this city under the sun. As you can see, probably as we put like a more blame or more focus in us as consumers, but this aspect of industries, like Nairobi, like the rivers, the aspect of wastewater is also like a huge problem.
Yeah.
So we need to take like collective responsibility. There should be like total involvement of these all relevant actors in trying to find a solution. That's why I don't sleep at night most of the time until I find a solution on how we can solve this mayhem.
Thank you very much.
For me, when I'm thinking,
He looks like he lacks
he lacks a lot of sleep. And let's build on your points about responsibility and about the women. Those people are collecting our garbage from our household, from the industries, and maybe I will say I would like you to speak about it. Who do you think is responsible? Who bears the most weight? We are just creating a picture of what really Nairobi looks. Who bears the maximum or the most burden?
I will start with this mantra: my waste, my responsibility.
Yeah.
If you're a consumer, then you should be able to take responsibility of your waste, your packaging. Yes, you should know that if I have this plastic waste, I should segregate it effectively.
Yeah.
I should handle it with respect, because it was once like a very nice chocolate or nice food, but right now, once we don't like follow up where it goes, it's like we don't care. That's why the waste pickers also take it from where you are. So after you dump it unequally, you'll find that the waste pickers will still take all of it how it is.
Yeah.
It's unsegregated, it's mixed, then that can have value. So you'll find that it's not like sustainable. So for me, I believe we are the ones who are facing the match brand until we realize no one from outside will come and solve it for us.
I think what you have said is that the responsibility is for all of us. All of us are responsible, and all of us are burdened. Now, as you can see, that's a very great picture. We are painting a picture of waste management, waste collection, who bears the weight, and we are going to use that now picture to unravel other things. And as you all know, that when Fanua Manu, Arsenal,
Yeah.
yes, in anything we are doing, in any problem we have identified, and the solutions we have, lazima tuweke rules.
Yep.
Now, having painted that picture, we are going to now see the rules and regulations that are guiding waste management, especially in Nairobi, or you can by extension, you can even talk about the global ones which are affecting us, our local rules. And specifically, I want us to dwell about the extended producer responsibility rules and guidelines. And we want to dwell more about that in the next 20 minutes.